Hello, my friends. Welcome back to PlaytoEarn, the channel where today is a good day to make some money. Today, I bring you once more for a second time this game, Streamdungeons NFT. We've already visited once, and you can see it below in one of the videos we did. But at the time, we weren't able to get any items, so it was short-lived. I tried a few times to do some of the pre-sales and the sales, and there was a lot of demand, a lot of interest in these items. Today, I found that through their Telegram, they have opened where is it? They've opened again the sales. So Thursday, 9th of September from 1500 UTC, they open the sales of at least common objects, but at least then we can play. And this will be open for 24 hours. So between now, 1500 UTC, till tomorrow, 1500 UTC, we can get some items. Now, that's what's actually brought me interest back to this game because now I've actually managed to get some items. But let's go from the beginning. I know that I've already described it briefly in the other video, but I think this is a good chance to start from scratch because they now have more information here and they have a white paper that we can go through. So this is an NFT based game on blockchain. Now, for those who don't know the history, this is actually a game. It was a streaming game before, so it's not something that's just been created today. This is from a team that have actually been working on the original streamdungeons.com. It's actually a streaming streamdungeons.com. There it is. It's a streaming game, and they've been going for years. I think this was created by this chap as an end of year or end of degree project, and he's been working on it. And now he obviously realized the way to the way that things are going now is all through NFT. So he's recreating the same game. So he has lots of experience. He's got lots of followers as an NFT game. Now, in this game, what it has special is that the characters are not the NFTs. The NFTs are the items that you have. So you can actually pick your character anytime and it's for free. You can do that by going to personaje. Although it says in English, it keeps on coming back to Spanish. It's actually made here in Spain. So that's maybe why they still need to polish the language. Now, I've already have a character here, but you are able to, when you first come and you first connect, I'm not allowed to have more than one with one MetaMask wallet, so this is what I have. But when you come for the first time, remember that you can choose between different characters. And I've just opened the white paper to show you because this is what I cannot view it because I've already have a character. But when you first open it, you're going to have the option of having a Templar, an Assassin, a Magi or a Wizard, a Brave, Witch, Wizard. Yeah, I don't know what the difference between these two, and an Alchemist. Anyhow, so just pick the character that you would like to actually work with. I picked the first one, and this is the warrior one, the classic one, and that's okay with me. There is talk that in the future you'll be able to change characters, but at the moment it's not possible. So what you pick here, you actually stay with. So coming back to the white paper, just briefly, Stream Dungeons NFT is a virtual RPG game where you can get items to improve your character. Thanks to this, you can perform more difficult dungeons and get better rewards. The equipable items are based on blockchain systems, so they will be unique. So they actually create NFT items. Yeah, legend has it that there were three young people from an unknown planet had the need to flee their home due to the invasion of an unknown entity that threatened to destroy them. The young people decided to teleport to save their lives and accidentally arrive at Ergon. I won't go through all these, but it's just interesting if you read it that he's actually have a obviously he has a story in his head that the person creating this, and he goes on here how these children went into this land and they had these special powers, the magic, and then when some law enforcement discovered that they had these special powers. They chased them, and they were threatened, to be killed. So they sort of got together in the forest, and they sort of levitated and were whisked away by their magic to a new planet, a new place, where they started a new, like a new civilization there. Lo and behold, they fought each other, and they created three different like lands, and yeah, they were at war, and etc., etc. Typical story to make the game interesting. So these are image for reference. It actually doesn't claim to have this to have created this, but so we have three areas: Dongar, El Risa, which would look like this, and then the dark Ituba, which is yeah, where the brother, the unluckiest brother, got the short straw here. So this is now he's very open. He has Telegram, he has Twitter, he has and he talks about what he's doing and where he's at, and if he's late. So it's a very open project. I like it. I think we need to sort of move more towards this project with people behind them and an actual a long-term plan. So he's telling us that he's found a crypto economist, he's found a blockchain developer. So it's they're really going long term, and they're looking for front-end developers and the community manager. Then the functionalities have now got the battles on the server side and the dungeon balancing. These are the functionalities, and they still got stuff to do. Yeah, the pre-sale will be coming, the airdrop. So this is where they're at, and they're telling us. They're very open about it. They do ask me any question session, so it's good. I have faith in this project. The gameplay, thanks to you, we're making a progress in this project. We hope not to disappoint you and keep this game alive for a long time. Yeah, alive for a long time. That's what we're after, really. The class. So these are the 6 people that you can choose. The Templar, which is what I have. The Rogue, just like a Jon Snow type of guy. The Wizard, that's the main character in the front page. Very beautiful. Then you got this lady. She's a brave woman. Tough Warlock. Don't really know what he or she does, but I wouldn't pick that one. And then you have the Alchemist. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but yeah, everybody can pick who they want. Then to create a character, it goes on here. This is where I came before to show you, so you can choose one of your 6 types of characters, and you have your character for free. But then what you actually is NFT, and what you buy and what you eventually have to collect are your items. Yeah, yeah, they are. So the items will give you. So the objects will be the NFTs of this game. Currently, they do not have a smart contract that determines that they are, but we are in the okay. It is actually they are NFTs now. Yeah. So they have a category of attack, life, critical, armor, activation. So there's 7 categories in each object. Then there is 5 rarities: common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. This is very classic very typical of games. And the 9 items you will have is an amulet, a helmet, a ring, a weapon, which is important. Then you have your chest armor, your shield, your potion, and your trousers and boots. Yeah, and here they are. So this is what you need to try and fill up, and then you have the highest chances of winning in the battles. The statistics, yeah, health, armor, attack, and critical. So the attack is the damage points your character deals. The health is the number of points your character can receive. Armor, the chance of taking half the damage, and critical is the probability of doing double damage to your opponent. So there's obviously an algorithm over there. Then this is interesting. This is the blacksmith. So here you come to this is the upgrade and the history and the progress of the game. A little bit like some of the other games, which is sort of long term, like Dragonari or Plant versus Undead, where you're actually, you're working your way up towards somewhere rather than just, cashing in as soon as you can. So this is, I mean, the whole thing started with Axie Infinity, didn't it? Where people actually found it actually play and then create a world, and in that world there's an economy, and the economy is based on people, creating value inside this metaverse. So, and this is what they'll be trying to do here, and I'm all supporting of it. So this guy, you'll be able to take some STDs, which is the token, and some of the crystals that you gain on the way, and then you can actually forge new objects or upgrade the ones that you have. So it's a question of moving ahead in the game rather than just cashing in. So in the creation, mentioned above, objects can be created in the blacksmith for a certain amount of STD. This is a stream dungeon token, which is not for sale. So if you find anybody trying to sell you some of this token, it's not for sale at the moment. It exists, but it's not for sale. So we have to wait until they open the sale. And you also be able to use your essences to increase the probability of occurrence of certain rarity. So this is what the blacksmith will do. Yeah, the forge here. Blacksmith will also give us the option to forge an item. This will increase the stats in our item in the exchange. we will have to give him a certain amount of STD and essences. So that's why we need to collect the essences. These are the types of essences there are, yeah. So person versus environment. There's 3 types of dungeons. So the first dungeon, the Malvern Swamp, there are 9 levels available, and in this one you will obtain crystals. So this is crystal is the second token in the game. It's a little bit like LEs in Plant vs Undead and the PVUs, yeah. So that the crystals is what we earn inside the game, and they can be exchanged for STD. Then the second dungeon is the catacombs, and where you get experience. You can level up your character faster. And in the third type of dungeon, the Forbidden Forest, is where you go to try and find and obtain these essences, yeah, of all rarities. You might get common ones, but you could also get a rare or an epic or something. So this is a little bit interesting to diversify your fighting. It's not just the same every day or every time, yeah. The arena, this is going to be persons versus person. It's not open at the moment. It would be interesting to see how it works. The guilds is also not open at the moment, but you'll be able to have guilds and join other people to play together. So there will be adventure guilds with maximum 80 characters, knight 35. Yeah, this is all looking at the future. Or if you're very, very into the games and you actually want to, join together and work together, there'll be events, weekly and monthly ones. So here it is what I was saying. The crystal is the currency that you will get as a reward in the dungeons. Yeah. With the crystals, will work most of the functionalities of the platform. They can also be exchanged for STD, although the exact amount hasn't been decided yet. Level 1 in the dungeons offers 1 crystal, and the last level rewards you with 9 crystals every time you win. Yeah. Maximum you can get is 40 a day. The essences, this is the third dungeon that you can go and fight. You can get an essence, a common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Yeah, these are the ones that you will take to the forger, to the blacksmith, to forge new things. And then the energy, yeah, you get 40 energies every 24 hours, and it will be 0 at 00 UTC. So you have to do your fighting before that time. A little bit like Dragonari as well. Technology, you can just check these all by yourself. It's actually on the Binance Smart Chain, your NFTs, and the distribution of the NFTs. Yeah, I think it's just interesting to see that the developers will get 20 million or 20%, but it will actually be locked for 12 months. So it gives you some, level of reassurance that they won't be able to just cash out, which is what we see in some of the other Ponzi type games. So these will be locked in, and they will have to work the developers for at least a year and not just a week. Yeah, and then the early backers will also get some 10 million STDs, and they will also have it unlocked after 12 months. So it looks good. The marketplace very interesting. It's not available now, but you will be able to create auctions, cancel auctions, search, filtering, buy objects, and sending objects can be sent from one wallet to another. So I guess you could actually do a deal with, your sister or your friend or your brother, and you can actually do some deal. This is Jeremias Fremias, fundador and CEO. This is a guy that, from what I've heard, I don't know him personally, but he did his end of year university degree on the initial game, and now he's bringing us an NFT, and then his social media last. And so it's very interesting, very interesting. I'm excited. I want to really get involved in these games and have a plan. So as I say, until tomorrow, 15 UTC, and I will put it on the video or in the description clearly for people to see. You can go to the shop, yeah. In the shop, unfortunately, there are only common items for sale. But yeah, I've missed the other 2 sales, which is so much interest, so much interest. But I mean, at 0.05, we're talking about $20 per item. Yeah, some people think it's expensive, some people think it's cheap. But I came and bought. I want to be involved here, so I bought 4 items, uh, which is the maximum you can get. And I was fortunate and unfortunate that I got 2 trousers, the trousers and skirts. So I cannot wear that 2 times. So now this one I just have to wait to sell it in the market, or maybe I can forge it for something better, whatever. But so I can only use a ring, my boots, and my trousers. I don't really have much more. I just have to wait. So my character is not the strongest, but we're gonna work with it. We're gonna level up, yeah, and go to the dungeons. So let's see how the dungeons work. Yeah, So I've got my 40 energies and I've got zero of everything. This is, I'm just using it for the first time. So if I go to the Maldreth's dungeon, remember this is where we fight um, for crystals and experience. So Zoig is going to fight this corrupt inert. I think I don't really have much choice because I'm on level 1. So I just play and we see I have 488 and he has 40. So I should be able to beat this was relatively easy. So 3 characters every time. I got 1 crystal and 100 experience. Okay, I like that. Then you go back. I will just do this for, see, I've already opened level 2 because I have some item. But you can play for free. You can come and get your character, and you can start playing for free with no items at all. Obviously, it would take a little bit longer. It's a bit like, Dragonari. You can actually fight. Get your first free common dragons and start working your way up. But he said, "Oh, I'm going to lose here." Okay, so I should have maybe done a few fights. Oh, yeah, I should have done a few fights on level 1 to get my level up a little bit. So let's go back to level 1. Maybe work a few here. Yeah, that was super quick. So 1 crystal and 100 experience. So I will now try again a level 2. Should be able to beat him. I've got 488 and he's got... oh, I see. Because there's 3 of them I'm fighting. Come on. Let me win. Whoa, no, I'm too ambitious today. Yep, so now I get a 3rd character and I've got... okay, so this is... we need to learn the technique here. So let's... try this one again. So this is the strategy, I guess. You have to first get enough levels up to be able to get your experience. So I've done already, I think it's 2 per fight. So I've done 10 energies. That's 5 fights. This is my 6th fight. Still on level 1. Another 100 experience. So these are the crystals I've earned. Do 1 more here, and then I want to try one the other dungeons just to show what happens there. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to win or not, but just to show what happens. So it's 3 characters every time, so that's why you need 2. But yeah, I'm now winning really easily on this one. I don't really know when I'll be able to go to level 2. So I've got still some fight. Let's try the catacombs, and I think there should be before I was getting 100 experience. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, super easy. Maybe I'll get more than 100 experience here. 150, yeah. So maybe I should work here for a while to get my levels up. So if I go to catacombs, see, I'm on level 2. Do we risk it? Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. So he's 200, I'm 488. Creepy form. Then the second one is 320. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's going to happen? No, I'm not going to win. Oh no. So now we get another one. Yeah, okay. So level 2 is too much for me. Yeah. We need to have a strategy. But and then the last one, so I've got 5 out of the 40. I think we've a few 5. So let's go to the Forbidden Forest and just see if we can get what kind of essence I get. I don't know whether this is just luck or whether you actually, I go, oh, an uncommon one. Nice. Yes. I like that. I got an uncommon one. So yeah, you need to then start strategizing how much uh, crystals do you want to need, how much experience do you want to need, and how many of these crystals do you want? Oh, I got a common one. See, do you want to need? So I will now fast forward everything up to all my points. Okay, so I finish all my energies for today. I'll do it again tomorrow. I gained 9 crystals and I got myself up to level 2, but clearly only level 1s for the first time. There is not much else that we can do. Wow. Yeah, I don't really have the armor or anything. So now I'm on level 2. I have 2 common essences and 3 uncommon. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to get something more. But yeah, this is the sort of game where we're building up. I don't have to worry that tomorrow or 3 days time it will be over. Yeah. So very good. What can I do with the? Oh, look. Let's see. Can I do him something? How much would I have to pay? Well, I'm gonna give you. This is interesting. What will it say? I don't know. If I do forge, oops, no, forge is not yet available. So this would be good. You probably add your essence, you forge, and you get a better pair of trousers or something. So this is very good. I'm very happy. On another note, I wanted to also mention about the previous games. I was very disappointed with the Verse Wars here, where really basically, yeah, it was a crash and dump type of game. Once again, their coin is just gone down to very little, and this will be my last game I do of this sort, which is just going to do this year. When I came in at 30, then it was here, now it's down to 13, and before you know it, you will have lost the money. So I have a 12 energy item. I'm not going to play anymore. I think my value up to now is yeah, $35 I made on it. I put 150, so it's not good. It's really not good. I'm going to now just stick to, as I say, more serious games. Yeah, Dragonari. Been working on it for for a long time now, 20 days. I've slowly, I've invested $260 and slowly I've now made up to 274. But I'm more importantly, I'm now going to work towards making the rare dragons and maybe putting the market and having a game and making, more money. Plant versus Undead, again, they had a lot of problems with the servers. They've now changed the rules. I think I'm going to go back in, but I cashed out 120 when I put 101 in. But I think I'm going to go back in and get involved there. This is Cyber Dragons. It's quite a different concept. Once again, I've cashed out here nearly, to the money I put in, but I'm gonna go and go back in and actually upgrade my heroes and see if I can actually make it work there. Verse, well, this is it. I'm just gonna try and put my animal for sale, and if I can get another, 30, 50, or $60, then I'll just call it quits. And then we got um, streaming dungeons here today, which is my new column. The rest I'm just going to forget. Yeah, I'm not going to get involved in this other type of games because they really do not do us any favors. Yeah, we just get very excited. So if I go to my item and I'm going to put it for sale, if we check the marketplace here, you can see the 3 level, which is what I've got from low to high. They're going for, yeah, just under 2,000. I mean, it really is. It's not very good. So inventory, let's put this for sale at 1995 and then just leave it there. If it goes, it goes. At least recoup some of the money and be done with it. Now, on another note, I also wanted to talk about maybe other possibilities for the channel. The channel is called CryptoEarn, and initially I was just doing games, as you have seen from the previous ones. But maybe we should diversify and start looking at other ways of making money within crypto. And I have some ideas, yeah, that I would like to hear from you. And if you want to follow the channel, try and make some money on NFT serious games. We could also try staking, yeah. And now, right now, there is this uh, um, altcoin, BTCST, which is Bitcoin standard hash rate. With this coin, you can stake it as I've got it here, and it will actually give you at the moment a 25, yeah, nearly 25 APY. So you will get a 25% a year on what you put in. You know, the banks are giving you like, 0 or -3 or +1. And normally, if you invest in shares, you will get, average on a standard index, you'll be getting 8%. So this is good, yeah. So maybe we could. I'm going to start looking at ways of actually, making money in a maybe less, flash and crash type of ways, but more secure. So here you would get your 25% in Bitcoin. Okay, you get this BTCB, which you can convert directly to Bitcoin, and then either sell it or keep it. But also you get your token is gaining in value. Yeah. Similarly, I'm staking. ADA, yeah, Cardano. So this is something that I will start receiving some benefits, which I think the rewards here are slightly less, 6% a year. But it's a very safe coin. It's a very safe token that is just doing better and better and better. So you have, as it were, your capital, and then you're getting your rewards. So these are some ideas. So we got the NFT games, then we can do some staking. And then the last one that we could consider is actually, buying and selling or trading in altcoins. Yeah. I do that too, and I like to see what you feel about it. At the moment, I've got all these tokens of coins I'm watching. Yeah, Seal, Theta, Link, ADA, Matic, IOTA, etc., etc. So these are some of the things I'm looking at, and we could actually just, also maybe deal trading some of these. I mean, this is not financial advice, and it won't be financial advice. But if you want to follow and see what I'm doing, then maybe you can get some ideas and after doing your own research. So these are going up by 5%, 4%. This is in 24 hours. So if we catch them right, then we can actually also make a bit of money. Never putting a lot of money in. The channel, how it works with, usually dealing with just what we can afford, and more importantly, what we can afford to lose, because these are all risky investments. But we can also make, at the same time, the risk investments, the rewards can be quite high. And finally, just to thank you again on the 180 subscribers. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful. And yeah, if you can, please subscribe. Let's get this channel up there, to help other people also make some money. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if you found it useful. And yeah, give the bell a tinkle. Ciao, ciao.